Previously on the 1FF1 show.
We're starting off a little bit differently this morning because Daisy's double Ds have been brought forward.
Yes.
So tell us
get
what's
them
happening.
lifted up?
Well, I'll get... Did you get a lift there, Daisy? A bit young for that?
That's what happened.
Yo, okay. I'm going to get
Great
Kahn some
weekend.
headphones.
Oh,
Okay. Well, must I start my intro?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
point.
382,884 likes on Facebook. International superstars who know how to please millions of ears. I'm talking about the world-class Parlotones. Today on Daisy's Double Ds, we're joined in studio by the lead singer of the Parlotones, the one and only Kahn. Hi, Kahn. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you back. I mean, geez, it's nowadays, this is like a really very special occasion for us, honestly, to have you back here. I mean, you are the true globetrotter muser of the world.
Yes, yeah. True gypsy.
Fantastic.
Where are you? Where do you call home? Where do you pay tax?
Good point, yeah.
Oh, geez, okay, jump in
Well,
there.
yeah, Jesus. Well, if SARS is listening at the moment,
Right here. No. The reason I asked that is because we always joke about the fact on the business show that wherever you live for more than 250 days a year or whatever, that's what you call home.
that's what you. Yeah. Well, technically, I would say it's probably a suitcase, but South Africa's still home. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
place where I feel most comfortable, and obviously my friends and family are here, and we still spend at least 3 or 4 months out of a year in South Africa, but I guess our other base would be Los Angeles.
It was all rather quick for us as fans and as people watching your career, the career of the Parlotones as a unit, when it was announced, yep, you're off to LA, and then you were on a plane and gone. And it was almost, from what I saw, a pilgrimage to go and kind of crack it in the US market. Just talk us through that, because what actually happened from the time that you decided to step on a plane?
Yeah, well, sheesh, a lot of things happen. I mean, wow, that could be a 2-hour conversation.
Yeah.
We got time.
But look, we didn't just make that decision on a whim. We'd been touring the States sort of on and off for 4 years. We'd opened for sort of relatively big bands, which actually gave us, a bit of a fan base, because we, got fans that were fans of theirs, and
Yeah.
we had some songs on radio. And so there was enough of a fan base to actually say, okay, now we can go and actually attempt to capitalize on it. And then, the last year and a half has just been a whirlwind of really cool things. We've gone on really cool tours. We've been part of Grammy events.
It's amazing.
This recent trip, we were at Grammy event and at the Sundance Festival. We've met some cool artists, played some really cool shows, and had some fantastic tours.
How difficult was it? I mean, because you, as a collective unit, as a band, to sit there and say, okay, guys, this is what we want to do. Was there any a time that maybe somebody within the band said, guys, I'm happy here. I'd rather just go and tour there and come back, as opposed to saying, listen, we're now upping and going. We're gonna bash this.
Yeah, I think a part of all of us are happy here, and in an ideal world, we'd rather just camp out here and do the occasional tour there. But that's not the reality. I guess when you go in for a dream, it comes with some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of sacrifice. I think it's been a bit hardest for our guitarist, who's got a young daughter.
Cheapers.
Yeah, so, but somehow we make it work. And look, I think the fact that you're waking up doing what you love.
I was going to say, I mean, as long as you're having fun.
Yes.
The most important thing is, if you're having fun, it's not really work, is it?
No, yeah, you kind of feel like you're cheating. It's like, it's not really work.
But you have worked flipping hard to get where you're at. I mean, how many years have you been together as the Parlotones as we know them today?
15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 15 years.
Overnight success. Just took 15 years.
15 years. and I mean, you are one of the hardest working bands that I know. A lot of people slated you for your commercial endeavors as well. A lot of people slated you for in inverted commas, selling out to the Woolworths brand, etc., etc. Personally, I think it's very clever.
Did they pay you a lot?
Yeah, all along the way, along the.
Exactly. Did they pay you a lot? Good. Well done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, to be honest, it was often it would be kind of a toss-up between what value we were going to get out of it in terms of the media mileage, or it would be money. And all of it was really about mileage. And I always say, the way I justify it is, I'd rather play a gig at a corporate for corporate money than drive to a corporate every day doing a desk job that I personally wouldn't like.
Totally.
Yes,
Listen, I blame you for a lot of hangovers. So
no, we do. Kahn, while you guys have been there, I mean, the writing style, I mean, you guys must be on the move a lot of the time. So, I mean, when do you get time to sit down and just, stick out a couple of new tunes?
Well, I write all the time. So, and you do spend a lot of time in a van, kind of traversing across the country,
And it's a big country.
It's a big country, yeah. Every drive is like either 8 hours is like, yes, that's a good one. But sometimes it's 12, 14 hours.
Jeez.
It's like every trip is like you're going to Cape Town.
Wow.
And so in that time, luckily with the advent of or the progress of technology, you can record stuff on iPads and
Unbelievable.
very quickly. So that's I guess the time that you use to be creative. It's not the ideal, the kind of the romantic picture that gets painted in your head as you go to some songwriting cabin in the woods or by the beach for 3 months and the muse of creativity dawns upon you. Actually, it's happening constantly.
All the time.
Yeah.
And are you documenting? I mean, are you guys taking your own videos and selfies and all of that kind of stuff so that, one day you release to your fans and say, hey, listen, it's what we've been doing for the last year and a half or whatever. Come check it out.
Yeah, all the time. We're kind of recording as we go along. The drummer's very into the recording vibe. He's got a little GoPro that goes everywhere. And he kind of conceals the flashing recording light.
So you don't know.
We've had it in airports and in clubs and
awesome.
Yeah, so it's no but I'm sure we'll eventually get caught. But cool.
What are the things? I mean, obviously LA and Hollywood and around the surrounds of that area are such a hotbed for being able to get your name out there. Are stations in LA playing your music? Have you done that route of trying to prepare and get your music out into the public through radio and stuff?
Yeah, the radio's a difficult space. They'll play 5 songs literally for a year. Like, we were there in November, and we heard Imagine Dragons and Lumineers, and before that we were there in, say, June. We heard Imagine Dragons and Lumineers. We were there now in January. We heard Imagine Dragons and Lumineers. So it's like once they got their songs, they play those 5 songs to death. And so it's very difficult to get playlisted, but we have. We've got in various territories. It depends on the area and the radio and whether they like your stuff or not. So, we've got quite a bit of airplay considering.
And are you guys doing that? Are you going then presenting your singles to music policymakers and kind of schedulers, or have you got people doing that for you?
No, we have people doing it for us.
Okay.
Yeah. You pay them a lot of money and
They try and get it.
It's a weird industry. Because you pay them a lot of money and there's no guaranteed results.
That's right.
Yeah, and also as all of us know, I mean, getting a song on radio doesn't necessarily mean all of a sudden everyone's going to jump out and go and buy it. But there are times that it does happen.
Exactly.
So you got to keep plugging it. I mean, you just don't know. All of a sudden, I don't know, mix 3, 4, 5 in Kentucky picks up on it and bang, all of a sudden Parlotones are the biggest thing in the States.
No, exactly. And look, we a large amount of our fan base has heard us on radio or through TV syncs. We've been on loads of TV shows.
That's good. That's good money.
Yeah, well, it's okay money. I mean, it's not going to help us retire next month, but
well, I suppose
it all helps, It's
you got to pay the bills as well,
Exactly,
so I mean, you're gigging also to pay your bills, yes, to make a little bit of money, to live, etc., etc. But ideally, is the dream. Let's just get one of those big ones, Billboard rock chart. Thank you very much, #1. All of a sudden, you made.
No, exactly, just like that.
just remember your mates.
Yeah.
You look at a guy like Dave Matthews, who also worked flippin' hard to crack the scene in the States. And at one stage, Dave Matthews was the highest earning band in the world, for the simple reason that he went into colleges in the States and he started to do small tours there. And the next thing, he was making a fortune from touring. Is that something that potentially could be on your radar?
Yeah, look, the idea of touring has always been on our radar.
Yeah.
We know that worked for us in the past, it's worked for us in Europe, and I guess in a way it's working for us at the moment in the States. It's just tour. You know, that is the new model. You know, I think anyone that clings onto the past and thinks you're going to make money from selling your music is kind of living in a fantasy realm. The artists have to work a lot harder, because what used to happen in the past is they'd record an album, tour it for a few months, and live off the sales of the album, blah blah blah. But right now you can't really. You if people want your music for free, that's cool, as long as people are consuming your music and coming to your show.
Well, that's it. We're talking about the shows. I mean, have you found that in the States you have to do more in terms of effects, lighting, graphics, etc., or are the people still very much into the music side of entertainment?
I would say in the kind of the circuit that we're in that sort of live space, the more organic, the better. Yeah, that type of audience doesn't want the lip syncing, Britney Spears type, where it's all about a show. They want to see real musicians performing their music.
I love the way you say real musicians. It's awesome.
Well, look, I'm not
it's
saying,
awesome.
you know what I mean.
I'm with you. I'm with you. One of the things that I was reading an article the other day about the music industry and where it's at. You've alluded to it, about the fact that sales, people aren't buying albums like they used to. And the next best thing, of course, is going to perform to make money. And then you get artists like Britney, like Madonna, etc., who then lip sync and insult their audience when that's their main stream of revenue.
Yeah.
And ultimately, fans are going to get pissed off with that, and they're just going to go, well, we're not going to see your shows either. So to keep it unlip synced and real and acoustic and live and electric and plugged in and going, I mean, that's honestly the only way forward, really, isn't it?
Yeah, look, and I guess it's all subjective, but I think people would rather see like flaws and human error unfold on stage. You know, maybe you don't hit the right note or play the wrong chord. Rather see that than this.
Have you ever had to lip sync?
No.
Have you?
Just trying to think.
Yeah.
No.
And
No.
have you ever used auto tune in a live performance?
No, definitely not.
Interesting.
No,
It's questions that are real, because it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Because you talk about that, and I mean, everyone is human. So I mean, if you're playing and you miss the wrong chord or note or whatever,
right.
because I watched Avril Lavigne, and during her whole performance, I think she got the right chord maybe twice or thrice. Daisy, jump in, eh? Daisy, jump in whenever you're ready, eh?
No, I'm enjoying listening to you guys,
just
yeah.
jump in, because I mean, this is new. You've never met Kahn.
No, never.
We go
I
back.
did see you at Sun City at the Nedbank Golf Challenge.
Oh, wow.
The one time, yeah, that was
That's-
a good.
Do you play golf?
A good Joel.
A version of it.
like us all. Living in LA, has it become as I suppose as crazy as what we perceive LA to be? I mean, are you amongst the sort of artist band kind of culture over there, as opposed to like sort of being, we're a band but we're more like tourists?
No, I think a bit of both. By default, you're going to tour and spend a lot of time with a lot of bands. Every performance that you ever do, there's going to be other artists on the lineup.
Yeah.
Whether you're opening for them or they're opening for you. And some of them you end up getting, establishing a friendship and a rapport with. Others not so much. How's this for a story? Imagine Dragons opened for us about 3 years ago.
Can you believe
on
it?
on a national tour of America. But we didn't really make friends, unfortunately.
Oh, damn!
It's like one of those vibes.
Gee whiz.
That's amazing.
Amazing how it does sometimes turn around. And going forward, I mean, have you got tours scheduled for the States itself? Are you playing with any other bands, those kind of things that you can let us know?
Well, in the immediate future, we're going back next week to a festival it's a festival that runs like for a whole week called South by Southwest in Texas.
Yeah.
And on average, you end up playing like about 10 shows.
Sure.
You'll play like full shows. You'll do little acoustic vibes. You'll play like in a caravan that gets streamed somewhere. So it's a very busy week. A lot of networking and all of that business talk. So yeah, it's a cool vibe. And then we come back to South Africa for about 2 weeks. Then we go to Europe, and that's as far
As you planned.
as we've planned. Yes,
It's amazing.
but there will be tours. There will,
Yeah.
there is every year. That's
And music releases?
we just released Stand Like Giants in
Yeah.
last year October.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for now. Obviously, we're always writing, so that when I guess this album's seen its life, we'll release the new one.
How do you know when an album's seen its life? Is it a sales thing, or is it you just kind of go, okay, it's time.
Well, I guess in our space, it would be once we've gone to all the markets that we need to go to promote it, and we've kind of closed that chapter, because that's really what you do. You create an excuse to go on a tour. The excuse is the album.
Yep.
So people get to see their favorite songs as well as
New ones.
the new stuff that you've got. And then once that's done, you kind of go back to the drawing board, create another excuse.
Have you started to write songs now that are more based, more appropriate in inverted commas for a US market? Has that approach kind of changed since you moved there?
I don't think so. Personally, I would never want to follow a trend or go, this will work in that market.
Yeah.
Let's sing in German, or this will, I think ultimately you're always going to be a product of your environment, and you're always going to soak up influences, and you're constantly going to be introduced to new music. And when you sit down to write, I'm sure that will all spill out. But I would hate for it ever to be a conscious decision to go, well, banjo's in at the moment, let's do a whole album so that we sound like Mumford & Sons because they're like massive. Sure, maybe if inspiration hits and you start strumming a banjo and you write one or two banjo songs, that's cool, but only if it is within your personal tastes, not because you're trying to chase a scene or
A specific sound.
or like this is going to work for America. I think if it works for you, then you can convince an audience that it should work for them, rather than
That's awesome.
try and put on this facade, like slap on a cowboy hat and start doing the line dance or whatever.
100%.
Kahn, in terms of radio play, we spoke a little bit about earlier. Your big station. I mean, there's thousands of radio stations in the United States, just in Los Angeles alone. I mean, it's unbelievable. But to hit one of like the big ones, how is rock music, soft rock, hard rock, received in the States, specifically LA? Radio-wise, I'm not saying performance-wise, because performance-wise, rock is always going to be unbelievable. But radio-wise, I mean, it can't be that easy to get your song on mainstream radio there.
No, not at all. I mean,
It's unfortunate.
we've had a few spins on K-Rock, which is the biggest station in LA, and we're quite good friends with the DJ, one of the DJs, Ted Stryker. We did a whole he's got his own TV show, and part of his TV show was an insert where he took us around Hollywood.
Oh,
So
cool.
there's a cool vibe there, but it is very difficult. And funny enough, the rock stations aren't actually, I hardly hear guitar anymore
Really?
on those stations. They're playing like Lordi and
Yeah.
Lumineers, obviously.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine
Imagine
Dragons,
Dragons.
which those two are guitar bands, but
Mumford & Sons.
a lot of the bands, it's like an electronic sort of vibe. And yeah, if it is guitar, it's an acoustic guitar. So and if it is rock, it'll be Foo Fighters from 5 years ago or Red Hot Chili
So
Peppers.
the formats are so difficult over there. I mean, they will sit there and say, that's what we play, and they are so specific about it. I mean, it must be very frustrating.
No, it is, because sometimes we don't quite fit purely in either of those spaces.
Yeah.
Like the one station will go, they're a little bit too triple A, which is, and then the triple A guys, no, they're too rock. And then the rock guys are like, no, they're actually too alternative. So we
See, us radio people,
sort of
we all
straddle.
need a kick in the head, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The program is not us, buddy.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
then you get like radio stations that back you big time, and then you send them the next song. They go, "Oh, sorry, man, we've changed our format. We're now urban." It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
It's like you change your shoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, today we're playing rock, and tomorrow, oh, here we go. Here's the new Jay-Z single.
Yeah.
What? Same radio
What
station. Working with other guys over there, have you found anybody that you want to work with?
Yeah, look, there's lots of people you'd want to work with, but they would want you to pay them a lot of money.
Sure.
There's lots of, and you kind of meet a lot of people, and we've met a lot of people that we do want to work with and want to work with us, and it's about reaching a sort of a balance, something that still makes it feasible for them and something that we can afford. But for now, it's actually much cheaper to record back home, which we did last year. The studios are probably better in terms of the gear and facilities than 90% of the studios in LA.
Incredible, eh?
In terms of what you're getting for
what you're
Bang
paying.
for your buck.
Yeah. So
So you haven't hit Nashville studios yet?
No. Although that's become the music hub.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's it used to be the domain of country.
Yeah. But now it's where everyone goes.
They all are, because it's cheaper to live there. It's more centralized, whereas LA is very sort of like
Sprawled
Joburg.
out,
It's
yeah.
sprawled out. And so obviously the musos are generally struggling when they're starting out, so they've all kind of congregated in Nashville.
What about Abbey Road? Have you ever done anything in the UK? Have you ever had the fortune of working there? It's always something
No.
I've always wanted to go and visit Abbey Road.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I will
Do it now.
this time, because we'll have a few days off between
Walk across the
shows.
zebra cross.
Yeah, you got it.
You got to do it.
I know, as cheesy as it
No,
is.
you got to do
Oh,
it.
you gotta do it.
And by all accounts, I mean the amount of famous people that have recorded there are just ridiculous. So,
It's insane.
yeah, it is insane.
Well, how's this for a story? On the topic of golf, going back,
Yeah.
we actually we played at the Beverly Hills Country Club,
That must have been terrible.
which is I'm sure we'll never get invited back, because it's invite only,
Okay.
and but it's insane. Like, I think the membership fee is $250,000 a year just to be a member. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Whoops. And then you have to spend over and above that $10,000 a month
At the club.
at the club, just on like food and whatnot.
There's some properly rich people in the world. Eh?
And there's like a waiting list.
So did you actually play around?
Yeah.
So someone invited you? Said,
Someone
"Come and
someone invited us. So
was it all that? Was it like
Yeah,
brilliant?
I mean they go the full kind of routes.
It's off the wall.
Yeah.
Yes, for $250,000 a year, I should hope so.
Well, look.
Plus $10,000 a
Yeah,
month,
month,
you know,
yeah.
go for lunch.
Funny enough, I've played better courses here than in terms of just the layout. I mean,
Yeah.
but they do go the extra mile when you get there. Like, everything is taken care of, and
Also, I just want to ask about gigs. I mean, doing gigs here, you've played here for so many years, and going over there, are the people as professional? How's it? Oh, we got this band coming in. Let's set them up and make sure everything's tight and ready.
yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, it's more of an established scene, live market scene, whereas here, we struggle with that concept of actual venues dedicated to live music every night.
Very good point.
So, you get to a venue, they've already got your tech specs, they know exactly how to set it up. There's equipment, lighting, an in-house engineer everywhere you go.
Jeez.
So, from that perspective, it's great, because here when we toured, because there were venues across the country, we carried
do
our
your
PA.
own thing.
Which
Yeah, it becomes a pain. And you got your own sound engineer and
yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously half these rooms were restaurants or whatever. They're not really designed.
for that
For
kind of
sound.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
It's incredible, Kahn. I mean, it's all we could sit here, as you say. I mean, we could chat for hours and hours and hours. But so you're going back next week to the States, but you're coming back here again soon. And when you come back here, you guys going to be performing. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we've got not kind of. We're doing like some corporate gigs, and then we're playing a show in Cape Town.
Okay.
K-Day. Am I allowed to mention another
Yes,
radio
of
station?
Yeah, sure.
And then we go to the UK. So nothing kind of besides that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, besides K-Day, which the Cape Townians will enjoy.
Oh,
I'm
it should
sure.
be huge.
Yeah, it'll be
It
great.
should be huge.
Awesome, Kahn. Listen, I think we all are so behind you. We're so proud of you guys doing what you've done, and it's just struck me now when you said 15 years of hard work. That's exceptional. So, from strength to strength, I just hope that you guys find success in the US. And have you touched base with other South African musicians, the Cedars of the world, the Dave Matthews? Have you been in touch?
Yeah, we kind of got in touch with Dale, the bassist from Cedar, because he lived in the same area we lived in for a while.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. When you're a touring band, often your calendars never align. So be like, hey man, we're in...
No, I just thought as South Africans living in LA or living somewhere in the States, you'd kind of pick up the phone and go, hey, we're here, how are you? Because it is a small industry. I mean, a lot of people know a lot of people. So, Kahn, good luck.
Unbelievable. Yeah, man, it's great to see you, my friend.
Although every South African always says this, you know what you guys got to do? Got to get in touch with Charlize Theron. Like, oh yeah, cool man, we'll just stroll over there. Hey, check fellow South African.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
I'll give you a number. Okay?
Hey, like I wasn't from Benoni, but just down the road. You know what I mean?
I was from the West Rand, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, kind of the same. It's like, just on the highway. It was close. Kahn, we wish you all of the greatest success. We'll carry on trying to plug you guys and keep, let us know what you're doing. I mean, if something breaks, just let us know. We'd love to keep our listeners and viewers informed.
Cool, thank you.
Balls.co.za. Visual Radio.